Y'all, Beyonce and her mom, Tina Knowles, have been going through the hardest time ever. Tina just came out to reveal that she was diagnosed with breast cancer last year and how things almost went left. A cancer diagnosis is scary enough, but when you factor in everything that she went through last year, it could not have been harder for her. Now, Tina is known for being super private, and the only reason we know this is that she is dropping a memoir in a couple of weeks. The memoir is titled Matriarch, and while promoting it, she went on the Today Show with Gayle King. During the interview, she opened up about her cancer diagnosis last year.
Diagnosed with breast cancer in my left breast.
How hard is it to say that?
I'm getting emotional because it was like, you know, I've always tried to take care of myself, and I was in disbelief.
According to her, she usually follows the recommended guideline for women over 50 to get mammograms done every 1 or 2 years. However, because of the pandemic in 2020, she was unable to get it done and forgot to set up another appointment after that. By the time she eventually got around to setting up another mammogram, the doctors found 2 lumps in her left breast, one of which was cancerous.
It was stage 1, which I thought was the earliest stage. And then when I told my sister, she said, no, actually there's a 0. So if I had gone for my mammogram, I would have got it at the 0 stage. Thank God it was still very small, hadn't spread. It was a very slow spreading cancer.
She had surgery to remove the cancer, and she was understandably scared. Luckily for her, she had her daughters to cheer her up and hold her hand during the process.
Your girls, all of them showed up
All
for
of
you
them showed up
in the hospital
in the
before
hospital.
the surgery. And
Yes,
what did they do?
I was nervous. And so they started just joking with me. And Solange pulls up this video of this young trans woman, and she's saying, I'm very demure and intentional with my, and we're just laughing at it.
Keep
I
it
mean, we just
cute.
kept keep
Yes,
it cute.
yes.
And so she's showing me this, and we just look at it.
Right before the surgery?
Right before the surgery. So I start laughing. I get out of my head, and then I said, you know, I'm just so happy that y'all are here. And I thought about the song Walk With Me, which they used to sing all the time. And Michelle wasn't there, but Solange filled in, Angie sung, and they sung Walk With Me. And it's about God walking with you into something and protecting you. And that's what they sung that song, and I went in there feeling just like God has got me.
In another promotional interview with People magazine, Tina also revealed that she struggled with deciding whether or not to make her diagnosis public. However, she decided to be open about it, hoping that it would encourage other women to get mammograms that could potentially save their lives.
Struggle with whether I would share that journey because I'm very private, but I decided to share it because I think it's a lot of lessons in it for other women. I wanted to make sure that they knew how important it is not to slack on your mammograms, because you don't have to let this, I mean, we can catch cancer at stage 1 or even stage 0. I didn't know that there was a stage 0. I could have caught this at stage 0 if I had not missed my mammogram, but I did because of COVID. And they told me they would call me. They canceled my appointment and told me they would call me, and that was in 2022. And I didn't go. And as a result, it was stage 1. It could have been stage 0. So you have to go get your mammogram.
What's really wild is that while she was fighting cancer, she was dealing with people dragging her family and calling them names. There was a whole issue with Jay-Z being sued for SA and how she got dragged for filth when she mistakenly liked one of the posts about the Jay-Z lawsuit. Let's also not forget that she went through a very public divorce last year as well. Luckily for her, the divorce wasn't messy because her ex, Richard Lawson, wasn't petty and didn't make it difficult. But even with that, divorces are incredibly hard, and doing it with cancer is 10 times worse. And while dealing with all that, she also launched a new business, Sacred, which has been a huge success. Yeah, Miss Tina is definitely one of the strong ones. Fans commented, I'm so glad she recovered from her breast cancer battle. It also makes sense now why Beyonce released Renaissance before Cowboy Carter, because she and her family probably needed something uplifting during that time. This is why fans being so demanding of B, especially when it comes to her tour set list, never sits right with me. You never know what her family is going through and what she needs to sing or hear to release those feelings. And how they keep everything a secret is incredible to me. This is so shocking. So happy she is good now. Now drop your thoughts in the comments, then check out this next video.